Let's take a look at the Project tab. We've got three different boxes here. We'll go from left to right. The General box, first thing you'll want to do is change the project name. The project name is used for the save file, both when you save it to the Sketchbox cloud as well as if you download the project. So you'll want to make sure that's not something generic. Next, we'll select the state where the project is located. Currently, we've got every state in the US. And then the city. You'll notice that there are only a handful of cities for each state, and the reason for that is that the cities are used as a proxy for the local climate. So you can look at a climate map to determine which one of these cities has a climate most similar to where your project is located and select accordingly. Then there's the energy code. Choose between 5 different versions of IECC or ASHRAE. Latest versions of both of those codes are not available yet, but they are in the works and should be available shortly. For IECC, you can also choose the compliance path as defined in that energy standard. Over in financial, choose the type of project between commercial, industrial, and residential. Currently, this is only affecting the electric and natural gas rates. Nothing else about the model is affected by what you select here. And note also that the costs of electricity and natural gas are based on EIA values for each state. So this is a function of the state that you select. You can see this will change as we change the state. These costs are only applied to the total energy usage for the year, for the month. We currently do not use these values for time of use or peak demand, but those features will be coming at some point. Finally, in the emissions column, you can change the source to site ratio. These values are pretty standard across the US, but if you have a more specific value that you want to use, you can change them here. CO2 equivalence is also determined at the state level. This is coming from EPA's eGrid tool. And then the CO2 equivalence for natural gas is the same across the US. But again, for either of those values, if you have a more specific value, you can change it here. And just a reminder that if you do change one of these values, later decide you want to return to the default, the reset button will appear next to the input so that you can go back to the default value.